What is happening, good people of YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're back here in Farming Simulator 25. This is our Start From Scratch series, episode 24. And in the last episode, we started the Great Potato Debacle. And we ran into some trouble harvesting our potatoes. We have 2 full trailers of potatoes. Potatoes, not the best time to sell them right now, and we can't fit them in a silo. But super exciting news. I did find a mod where we can have a silo to store our potatoes, and that is exactly what we're going to do to start out this episode. All right, here is our potato field, and as you can see, I downloaded a mod. It's a silo that fills with all kinds of different stuff. I believe it's going to be big enough to hold all of our potatoes, and this silo can actually go right back here on the edge of our property. We'll have to move it forward just a smidge. Let's zoom in to make sure this is going to work. It's probably going to create some uneven ground here. So I'll tell you what, we are going to place this down. $30,000. It's going to use up a big chunk of our money, but it's definitely worth it, and it's going to give us a solution to our potato crisis. That's right, we have a potato crisis here. So let's go ahead and put this silo down. $30,000. All right, we placed the silo down. Let's go take a peek at it. It was $30,048. Hopefully it doesn't create too much of a weird landscape here. Sometimes if you put these silos and pieces of equipment on the land, it creates some weird landscape, but this looks okay. Looks like it's integrated nice with the ground. Our trailer is going to be able to smoothly go over there, dump the potatoes in. We might have to move this equipment out of the way, but for right now, that thing is pretty awesome. So let's go get our trailers of potatoes and let's fill up this silo. All right, getting to our first trailer full of potatoes, 28,000 liters of potatoes. And I tell you what, we are going to fill that silo with this trailer full of potatoes, and then we're going to fill up this trailer again because the potato harvester is full. And we do have a couple other things to do. Oh boy, watch out for those big ass curbs in Farming Simulator 25. That is ridiculous, by the way. Like I was saying, we do have some other stuff to do in this episode. We also expanded our canola field in the last episode. Hey, look out, buddy. Gosh, tractor coming through. Good Lord, I think we just smashed somebody. We also planted our canola in our newly plowed field. We expanded the field, we cultivated it, we planted some more canola, and that should be growing here. And the plow that we used is it's not the best plow, and there is another plow. I use it in another series I have on the channel. I have a Rags to Riches series going on where we basically started with absolutely nothing. I think we just started with a $100,000 loan, and the goal of that series is to, build up an empire. We do have a couple of randomized goals in that series, so check it out. It's on the channel, it's the Rags to Riches series. And in that series, I do use a plow that's very, very cool. It's very easy to use. It's straight across. It's not on this weird angle like the current plow that we have. So we might end up selling our current plow and replacing it, but we will tackle that as soon as we're done dealing with these potatoes. All right, here we go. Dumping the potatoes in the silo, and man, that's awesome. Super cool to be able to have a place to put our potatoes. So we did have some comments that we could just dump the potatoes on the ground, and I do agree we could just dump the potatoes on the ground, but honestly it's just way less work to get this modded silo, and that's what we did. We like to make life as easy as possible here on the farm. So let's go back, we'll fill up this trailer. While this trailer is being filled up, we're going to grab the other trailer, although we can't because we only have 2 tractors. So let's just one step at a time. Let's fill up this trailer. We'll dump it in the silo. We'll let our AI worker continue harvesting this field. I mean, he has got a lot of work to do, I'm telling you. And then we'll go grab our other trailer of potatoes. We'll dump that in the silo. And then we'll continue on with the work that we have to do here. It's the first day of August. All right, another 12,000 liters of potatoes. Let that AI worker keep going. And look at him go. That is pretty cool. In the next month, we are going to be able to harvest our grass. After we deal with the potatoes, we've got some sorghum that we need to harvest. That sorghum's going to go right into the chicken coops. We'll check on their feed levels, and then we'll also check the crop calendar to see if we are going to have an opportunity to plant some more grass where the sorghum is. We also want to check on planting some additional wheat. Like I said, a lot of things we have to do here. All right, we're actually going to leave this trailer here. Let's detach it. We're going to leave it here because we're going to need it for our sorghum. The other trailer that we have is very, very tall, and it doesn't play nice with our current harvester. So we'll leave that green trailer there. We'll go pick up the other trailer of potatoes, and we will dump that into the silo. 36,000 liters of potatoes in this big old trailer. It's 96% full, and I'm not sure how much the silo holds, but we will take a look at that as soon as we dump this trailer full in there. All right, dumping these potatoes in the silo, and look at them go. That is pretty cool. That's a lot of potatoes, and eventually, I think after we harvest our next load of grass, turn it into silage, we might have enough money to buy the potato processing plant. That would be pretty exciting. All right, we'll leave this trailer here. What we're going to do now is we are going to hop into our harvester. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up, and we're going to drive this over to our sorghum field so that we can harvest our sorghum, give the chickens something to look forward to. All right, there we go. The field of sorghum is harvested. It's only 4,555 liters. Now let's go ahead and turn the harvester off. And we're going to try and fit this harvester back here so we can dump the sorghum into the grain silos here for the chickens. Let's go ahead and get that pipe out. Taking a look at the chicken feed. I mean, they do have some grain in there. About 5,200 liters in each one. Looks like our goats are going to be in need of some grass soon. Same thing with our sheep. This is only going to fill up one of these silos. All right, there we go. We're trying to get the harvester positioned so I can dump these in there, but there's this invisible wall that we're running into. But this is doing it. It's working for now. And all of this sorghum is going to go into this one silo here, and the other silo is not going to get any of it. All right, there we go. That one seems to be full. 843 liters of silo left. All right, there we go. We kind of finagled the harvester so that we can get the rest of the sorghum out. Let's put that pipe back in, and we just got to try and get this harvester out of here. I back it out kind of the way we went in, and there it is, sorghum field harvested. The chickens got a little bit of that in their grain tanks. Hopefully we don't have to buy any more of the grain to go in there. I mean, these chickens eat a lot. We'll keep an eye on that, and then we got to figure out what we're going to do with this sorghum field. For now, let's go ahead and take our harvester back. We'll park it at the main farm. Looks like the potato harvester is full. While we're here, let's go ahead and hook up to this trailer. And let's go ahead, drive over here. Let's fill up this trailer with the potatoes. And I tell you what, this AI worker is doing an amazing job, much better than we were doing. And also, it's easy. So what turned out as the great potato debacle has now worked itself out, and we are smooth sailing here. We figured it out. We're going to have to use the AI worker to harvest our potatoes, and we're going to have to put our potatoes in the silo until such time that we can either A, afford the potato processing plant, or B, have the prices of potatoes good enough where we can sell them and make some money. Not sure which will happen first. Only time will tell. All right, while these potatoes are dumping, we are going to jump back into the harvester. Let's drive it over to our main farm, and then we do have to check on a couple of things. So we still have a lot of work to do here. All right, checking on the grain mill. Lots of wheat in there, lots of barley in there. It is producing a lot of flour for us. Got our greenhouses, they got water in them still. We're gonna have to fill them up eventually, and there is our oil mill with nothing in it. Man, taking a look at this grain mill, the flour is absolutely full. No more room for this. And man, we really need to buy that bakery or sell our flour. Prices of flour are the lowest point, and we can't sell it right now, so we're just gonna have to let it sit. The bakery's about 180,000, I do believe, so that kind of sucks. We're in a little bit of a pickle there, but the flour processing plant or grain mill there is it's not at full capacity internally yet, so still has a lot of room in there, and thank God it does. And here's our oil processing plant. This only has one pallet of canola oil here, and then it's empty. But we did expand our canola field, so hopefully in the future we can have more canola. In the next month, we're going to have to come back and re-fertilize this field. Sunflowers will be ready to harvest in October, which is pretty exciting. We're going to have to run the mower around here next month and get all this grass up. We might actually have to do it sooner if our sheep run out of grass, but I don't think they will. We do have an empty field here, field number 73. It's 32,000. Eventually we're going to buy this, and we'll probably end up trying to buy all of these fields here. We could probably turn this into a massive sunflower and canola operation to feed into our oil processing plant. And then maybe somewhere, I don't know, somewhere we can build a potato processing plant. I mean, we could, this is 164,000. This is a big area of land over here. Might be able to cultivate that, knock down some trees, and put down a potato processing plant over here. Who knows? All right, potatoes are done dumping in the silo. And looks like our harvester, geez, is it full again? Good Lord. This thing fills up pretty quick. One more thing we have to do in this first day of August. We got to sell our lettuce. Lettuce prices are pretty good right now, and they're dipping down next month. So we're going to grab our tractor. We're probably going to drop off this trailer here. We're going to go grab our lettuce. I think we only have about 6 pallets, but that's enough to sell, make us a quick buck. And after we sell that, I think we should be done for this first day in August. Once this potato field gets, oh my God, we're stuck. Once this potato field gets done being harvested, then we'll go ahead and sleep into the second day of August, and we will continue building on our empire. All right, let's drop off that trailer. Let's take our John Deere tractor back to the main farm. We're going to grab that lettuce and take it somewhere. Hopefully make a good bit of profit. While we're over here, let's grab this trailer. We can take it back to the farm. We're not going to need it. And we'll park this bad boy up. Sell that lettuce. Pretty excited for the next couple months. In the next month, we're going to have, I think we have something to harvest. prices are going to get better for some of our products. And also, in the month of October, we get to harvest our sunflowers. A lot of things on the list to buy. One of them being the bakery, one of them being the potato processing plant, and another one being that field of sunflowers that is right by our farm. It would be really, really cool to buy that, and it would not be cool to miss our turn. But that is a humongous field of sunflowers. It would definitely help us out with our oil production. So we'll look into that. I'm not sure which one is going to take the biggest priority, and it also depends on how much money we get for harvesting our grass in the month of September. All right, we're just going to put this trailer behind the bees. And let's go ahead and grab our auto load trailer. And we're going to fill it full of lettuce. All right, best price for lettuce is at the farmer's market, so let's go ahead and take it there. One other thing that we're going to do in the month of September, we're going to refill our fruit greenhouses with seeds and fertilizer and get them going again. We're going to do it every 3 months. So months 3, 6, 9, and 12. Let's go ahead and activate the download zone here. And let's get this lettuce sold. All right, looks like it's all done there. I'm not really sure how much money we got, but we got $37,000 in the bank. I think we had 8,000 liters of lettuce, about 6,000 per 2,000 liters. So looks like it was about $18,000, I think, if my math is correct, which it probably isn't. All right, here is 3 pallets of wool. We got to check on the price of wool as well. Don't think it's a good time to sell it. And we do have some spare grass over here. We might as well just fill these sheep up now while we're over here. Let's just grab a pallet of grass. And we can swing this around, just drop it right here. There we go. All right, goats should start sucking that up. I'm sorry, they're sheep. They're not goats. And wouldn't you know it, I'm stuck on a curb. How does a big-ass John Deere tractor get stuck on a curb? That's really, really dumb. I mean, one of the things that Farming Simulator just has to fix here. All right, sheep are full of grass. Let's go back to the farm. We're going to drop this trailer off. We'll check on the potatoes again, and then once they are fully harvested, we are sleeping through to the second day of August. And take a look at this. This AI worker is really doing well with this field of potatoes. He's going to be done in no time. We probably only have one more, beside this one, we probably only have one more trailer full to collect with the little bit of potatoes that are left in this field. That's going to be pretty exciting. After we dump all these into the silo, we're going to check and see what the capacity is. I think it's a lot. All right, let's let that guy keep doing his work. We'll dump these potatoes in here and we'll just sit and wait for him. I mean, it's pretty exciting. We get to watch him work. I mean, we're paying him after all. Oh, there they go. I feel like we should have a song. Dumping the potatoes. Or not. I mean, you know, maybe not. Leave in the comments down below, should there be a theme song? And speaking of the comments, now's a perfect time to ask yourself the question of the day. Are you subscribed to the channel? If the answer is no, stop what you're doing right now and subscribe to the channel. What the hell are you waiting for? And hit that bell notification so that you're notified of all the content coming out on the channel. And hit that like button even if you don't like the video. You gotta hit it. It's part of the YouTube rules. And leave your comments down below. It doesn't even matter what you say. All right, let's watch this AI worker. This is pretty exciting. He only has a few strips left. Now he's gonna clean up those little bits and bobs that we left, hopefully. He did miss a couple potatoes down in that right corner. Shame on him, but that's fine. I mean, it's like 4 potatoes. Well, I forgot one thing that we can do while we're waiting for this guy to finish up this potato field. We can cultivate our sorghum field and plant grass there. We could get a couple of, harvests of grass to optimize that field so it's not just sitting there. Sorghum, I don't think you can plant sorghum again until next year. So we'll grab our cultivator, our seeder, and we will cultivate that field. We'll plant the grass in it. And it probably shouldn't take but 2 months and we can have an extra harvest of grass. Gotta maximize profits any way possible here in Farming Simulator 25. Even with the difficulty set on easy, it's not that easy. You have to take advantage of every opportunity to make money. All right, there it is, the last of the potatoes. Wow, this AI worker did a beautiful job in this field. And it took a minute, but all the potatoes have been harvested and they are all in this silo here. So we're gonna dump this in and hopefully we'll be able to check on the size of this harvest of potatoes. One more look as the Michelin Man greets us with his presence, and we dump the last of the potatoes in the silo. Let's take a look in the silo here. Sunflower, soybeans, corn, potatoes, 118,000, basically 119,000 liters of potatoes. Holy crap, that's a lot of potatoes. All right, let's take this trailer back to the farm. We're gonna park it over there. We probably should give it a good wash. And then we'll take our potato harvester back and we can wash that. Although, you know what we should do? We should buy a little pressure washer and put it over on this section of farm just so that we can wash the stuff that's over here. Our potato equipment doesn't necessarily have to go back to the main farm. It can all stay over here, like the planter and the seeder for the potatoes can stay over here. So we'll think about buying a pressure washer and putting it over on that farm. And that way we can wash the equipment that's over there, so it's not so dirty. All right, we're gonna drop that trailer off. It does need to be washed, and you know what, we might as well wash this tractor while we're over here washing stuff. This tractor does need gas and it does need to be repaired, but it also needs to be washed. All right, folding up the harvester. This thing has done its work, and boy, is this thing nasty. We'll take this over to the main farm. Actually, you know, didn't we just say we're going to buy a pressure washer for this farm? The question is, where do we put it? Let's put it by the silo. I mean, that makes sense. All right, under miscellaneous, it's $4,300. Let's go ahead and buy it. We do want to purchase it for $4,300. We can fetch our purchase at the shop, and we're going to go grab it at the shop, and then we got to bring it over here. And we'll put it right on the other side of this this silo here. That'll be a pretty nice place for it. Well, suppose we could try our forklift and try and lift this on a trailer. But we could also get some exercise, and we could push this thing all the way back to that farm. Look, we're already huffing and puffing here. I mean, we are obviously a farmer that does a lot of work. We get our hands dirty, but we don't do enough cardio, and it's showing right here. Boy, we are really struggling. So let's get out onto the road. Actually, we'll probably go up on the sidewalk, although it has 2-foot tall curbs. Look at that, we can't even get this thing up there. Fine, we'll run in the middle of the street. We love living on the edge here in Farming Simulator 25, and God, hopefully we don't die of some sort of heart attack or stroke or other medical event while we are running with this big heavy power washer. All right, well, we finally made it, and we're just going to put this thing here, and that way we can wash our dirty, look at how dirty this thing is. Dirty tractor and a dirty potato harvester, but now they're going to be clean. And I'm pretty sure this is everything that we need to do for the first day in August. We did a lot. We finished our potatoes, we bought that silo, we bought this little power washer, which is pretty cool. We turned our sorghum field, well, we harvested it, we turned it into grass so that we can use that field and maximize the profit on it. Geez, we had an AI worker do all of our potatoes, which big thanks to him or her. I don't remember whether it was a him or her. And you know, nowadays you don't want to offend anybody. So now we have 119,000 liters of potatoes sitting in our silo. We have a field of canola that's been planted, and we are just waiting for prices to be right. And in August, the second day of August, we're going to have a couple things to do, but not a lot. We are really looking forward to the month of September, because in September we get to harvest all of our grass. I believe there's a couple other things that we get to do, and we'll probably be making a lot of money, and we have to think about what to purchase next. On our list of things to purchase, we have the bakery, the potato processing plant, and also the big field of sunflowers next to our farm. So I'm not really sure which one we're going to do. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any preference one way or the other. All right, well, there's no need to return this to our main farm. We really could, we could actually build a little parking pad back here, and we could park all of our potato equipment in it. For right now, we'll just park this thing right here, and we'll let it go. Right there with the potato planter and the seeder. Let's grab this seeder. We're going to take this back to the main farm. I don't think we can plant anything in this potato field. Let's take a look. Actually, oh man, we have an opportunity. It's August. We could plant this field with grass as well. And then in November, it'd be ready to harvest. We could turn it back into a potato field in March. So, gosh, I wonder if we have to recultivate this field. It is potatoes. It's been harvested. I believe we have to cultivate the field. So let's do that. Let's leave this planter right here. And we'll go grab our cultivator. I mean, no time to wash this tractor. We're just going to get dirty again. But we'll take that cultivator over there. We're going to cultivate. We're going to plant some more grass. And the one thing we have to remember, we got to remember to turn the fields back. But this is the life of a farmer. We are maximizing profit on these fields. I mean, you don't want that field to sit there with nothing in it. Oh my God. You know what? I don't like the curbs in this game. They're so dumb. And our, oh my God, our cultivator fell off. That's fine. We can pick it back up. All right, let's fold it up so we don't mash into any people. But let's get over that field and let's take care of it.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the wind crying out its prayer. Why are we so ashamed to be alive? Break the chains and our freedom's ours to take. Look behind your back. Chase a light when the world is getting darker. I have a dream where love's the only side. So take my hand, join the army of the shadows. Going harder, we are more than...
All right, there it is. The field has been cultivated. The field has been seeded with grass, and we are just going to let that marinate for a couple months before it's ready to harvest. That way we can get an extra yield out of this field. Let's go ahead and return the seeder back to the main farm, and that is all we are going to need to do for this first day of August. We are going to stop by the shop. Looks like the tractor and or seeder is in need of repair. So we're going to take care of that while we're driving by. Hopefully it won't cost us too much money. Oof, $9,267 for the tractor and $135 for the seeder, $5 for the front weight. That was a lot of money to repair this tractor. Hopefully that's not a trend. And we're going to have to stay on top of that so it doesn't cost us as much money every single time we need to repair it. So let's go ahead and return this seeder. And then I think we're going to be able to sleep. All right, dropping off the seeder. Let's, I think we just cleaned the tractor, but let's go ahead and drive it over here. We'll just make sure it's clean. All right, trailer should be clean. Pretty sure we just cleaned that. Let's just spray this tractor one more time just to get this little bit of dirt off. Get this front weight nice and clean as well. All right, there we go. Looks pretty clean to me. All right, let's get our trailer. We're gonna park it over here by the harvester. Actually, we'll just park it right here. Seems to be good enough. Jumping back in the John Deere with the cultivator attached. We're going to take this back to the main farm. We'll wash these off too. Then we're going to sleep into the second day of August. And not a whole lot that we're going to have to do in the second day of August. We are pushing through to the fall in September, and we're running into trees. I mean, that's what we do here on the farm. One of the things I thought about, we got to upgrade our plow, but now we're down to $22,000 in our bank account, which is not a lot of money. So I think we're going to hold off on buying the plow. What I'd like to do is eventually expand the field of potatoes one more row. I think it would just give us, you know, just a little bit of extra room in that field. It's a good idea. We just need to get the right plow. Let's go ahead and drive by the shop and we will repair these as well. Looks like they need some repair. And hopefully this doesn't cost us a lot. $3,110 for the tractor. Let's just go ahead and repair everything. There we go. Everything is repaired. We'll take it back to the farm. We're going to clean it up nice and good and get ourselves to sleep. All right, let's get this front loader nice and good. We'll get the pallet fork as well. Gotta keep this stuff maintained. I mean, these tractors, I guess it's been a minute since we did a repair on them, but they are looking pretty rough, and the repair cost is a little bit more than we are comfortable with here on the farm. So I don't know, we'd have to look into this tractor. It might be time to upgrade it at some point, but we do have a couple of big purchases on the horizon, and we really don't have the funds yet to think about upgrading our tractors. All right, there we go. Tractor's all cleaned. Let's go ahead and return the cultivator to its spot. Here's the plow that I use in my other series. It's pretty cool. $17,000. We only have $19,000, so we're not going to buy it just yet, but it's, you can see it's straight, so it's pretty easy to use. Create some pretty straight lines compared to the other plow that we have. Here is the other plow that we have, $10,729 we could sell it for, which would probably be a little bit more. I gotta tell you what, we're gonna hook onto this plow and let's take it over to the shop. Let's see how much money we can actually get for it. All right, looks like we could sell it for $13,310. Let's go ahead and sell it. There we go. Bank account now $31,000. So we have enough money to buy the new plow, but we don't need it yet, so we're going to hold off on it, and we're going to keep that bank account around $30,000. Not sure what we're going to need the money for, but you never know, and I don't like to have a low balance in the old bank account. So that is all that we're going to do for this day. Let's go ahead and sleep. It was a long day of farming, and there is nothing like a good night's sleep to make us feel better and well rested. And here we go. Second day of August is upon us. Beautiful morning, 7:30 in the morning. We got partly cloudy skies. It's going to be a beautiful day. We do have some lettuce that has spawned. We will be checking the prices of that, doing some other miscellaneous tasks, and then we'll probably going to run out of things to do pretty quickly here in August, and we're just going to move right into the month of September, and that is going to be coming up in the next episode. And I want to thank you guys for sticking with me. Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget, subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so you're notified of all the content coming out. Hit the like button, leave the comments, do all the things you got to do. I mean, you know what you got to do. Just go ahead and do it. What the hell are you waiting for? And most importantly, thank you guys for letting me be a part of your day. It means a lot. And we are going to see you right back here in the next video.